Welcome back to another episode of Sunless Citadel. Last time we delved down and just reached the pit where the castle is erupting out of the rubble. And the party had to fight some rats. They dealt with them, and we're ready to go. Stay tuned. Outside this tower shell, it is a square shell, like the tower. It's like a square in front of you, and there's just masonry debris around everything, like big piles of rocks. Mm-hmm. And to get you inside, you have to climb or navigate through this debris. Otherwise, you're gonna fall into the blackness.
So we're on a platform.
You're on the stairs.
We're on
those stairs. Yes.
Going towards a platform.
Yep.
That we can't exactly see. We can only see as far as either my dark vision or the torch for everyone else shows.
A torch, for the record, is what, 20 feet of light?
20, 40, I want to say.
Okay. So 20
bright,
40 dim.
40 dim.
And from where we are, we can see the citadel?
You can see like the outside of it. Like the tower is the top of it.
Yeah, but it's like sunken.
And everything's sunken down into it. So this is like at level of where you're at. And then it's kind of like blocking your way. And then you see like an outer shell of like a wall. But there's all this debris and this landing you have to
and you
go
said
through.
there was something else we saw as well. There's a tower and another building?
Yeah, so this is the tower. Uh-huh. That shell in front of you is like the tower I was describing, and it's at like your level, and you're on like a plateau going into it. If that helps. So there's about a 20 by 40 feet plateau, and around the edge of all of it is this masonry debris.
Can we tell what the debris used to be?
Bits of the tower.
Okay. Just
so as it essentially, it seems like whatever it happened is it either knocked it down or it fell down and crumbled, and it's now the edges are just littered with this debris.
Okay. So we just had slain the rats and have now turned around to see this.
Yes.
Let's go to the dark tunnel first.
And so we just have the one way down the stairs into this tower.
Yes.
Yep.
And that's where the debris is that we have to go over or around?
Yep. So like it's like this. It's like you go down into the thing and you just have like debris around it.
I have a question. Now that we're at the bottom, if I look up, can I see light above me?
No, it's dark.
But like if I look up,
I mean like
to the sun?
Yeah, I mean far up, yeah. Like really far
right.
up. But
that's
still,
what I'm saying. I was more so wondering if this was like a magical darkness
No.
Okay. It's just really far underground.
Yeah.
I am going to listen and see if I can't hear anything.
Okay.
11.
There's nothing to hear. Besides the rocks naturally settling and things like that. No. So this is kind of like what you have. You have the path leads you right here. This is where the stairs are, like this. And then you have the crumbling degrees are just essentially the edges. And then you have a door with a curved edge with a door. It looks like it's just a standard door.
I'm going to hand the torch to you. I'll be right back.
Okay. I will. Before I take the torch from you, I will stow my shield away and take the torch in my shield hand.
And I will stealth down to the platform. and towards the door.
Okay. As you're climbing over it, can you make an acrobatics check to see if you don't fall down into like the edge of the abyss? Because even like walking on the path, you have to like climb over the debris, and you could potentially like fall down.
Oh, I thought there was like a path.
No, like it's all crumbled. Like pretty much the edge of this area, the entire edge is just all debris.
Climbing is not my strong suit.
I don't think anyone's except the ranger.
I am athletic, not acrobatic.
I can run really far, but I can't jump really far.
I can jump. I can't balance.
Well, here we go then.
Go for it.
15 for acrobatics.
You are able to keep your balance and hop over, so you're right in front of.
And then this is 11 for the stealth.
I mean,
Tree towards the door.
you're not really that like stealthy because you have 2 torches behind you. I mean, so
I don't know how far the light goes. I mean,
True.
Eventually I'm gonna hit darkness. Because they only put out 40 feet, so.
yeah. Anyway,
I'm just trying to be quiet as I walk.
so I'll put that in front of you. I'll just keep editing it as we need to be. Okay, so as you're walking forward, you just walk towards the door.
Okay.
Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
All right. As you're walking through the door, you get to a point and like the floor kind of feels like wobbling backwards, and make a dexterity check.
Is he in my light still?
Yeah, we can all see him.
Okay.
17.
Do you
You
have advantage on? Oh, it's a check. I didn't know what your saving throw proficiency were.
so with a
Oh, yeah. You're right. I do. Sorry. That's a 19
okay.
for a dexterity check. Think about that.
You just roll twice and take the better.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Oh,
for a dexterity check for
I
a
see,
5.
I see, I see.
Nah, I don't have no advantage or anything.
Yep. So you step on this part of the thing, and it's a trap door, and you fly down this trap hole. But with with your reflex save, you're able to like throw something up to jam. You like throw your torch or something to jam the thing from like closing you in.
I
So-
put my loot up
Yeah,
there.
you put your loot up, and your loot like stops it from. So, but you fall into the pit.
So you're hanging from your loot, or
No, he throws it up there, but he continues falling.
Oh, okay.
So he successfully jams it open, so he's not like locked in there. In the pit, you see 2 goblin skeletons, and there's something also kind of moving around in the decay, and it scurries away at the first opening of the trapdoor getting open, and it climbs out, and us at the stairs see our comrade go into the bottom with this like piece of earth, rock sticking up, and then a giant rat comes out of where he just came from. So we get to roll initiative. So do you.
Woo, double digits.
Ifrits.
17.
Count scale.
8.
Hazard.
13.
Nice.
You're on a roll.
We're not in a forest.
No. Okay. First is Ifrits.
Alright, so I'm gonna do my Eldritch Blast.
Do it.
Oh!
Can you crit with
Yeah.
magic?
Yep.
Okay.
So when you crit, anytime you crit in 5e, you take whatever dice you would roll and just double the dice.
Gotcha.
So whatever bonus you get,
Oh!
you don't have to confirm.
Oh, I don't have to confirm.
You just when you crit, you crit.
Oh.
So I just double it?
You just double your dice. So you don't double the bonuses, you just double the dice. So 4 plus...
So 11.
No, you roll the dice again.
Oh, I roll the dice
Yeah,
again.
you just get an extra die of that kind. So 4 plus 6 plus
So
your
10,
bonus.
so 13.
13. You fry the thing with your magic. Like you see it just like as a quick draw. Just
So I just let and it just like incinerates. I'm just like moving on.
Impressive.
Yeah. It's alright.
Hazard, are you alive?
I'm gonna do a perception first, look around to see if I see anything else besides the initial.
sure.
I'm going to start moving into the room
Yep.
also as I'm
Make an desk athletics check as you're climbing.
I'm gonna message you back with message
17.
You pass it.
for now. Is what I message you with.
I will respond to your message with, are you wounded?
I don't respond back yet. Because
He's dead!
my perception is 11 to see what else I may see in this pit.
Nothing else.
That's
is
my
going
plan
on.
all along.
Okay. I will then speak back up.
Yeah, what do you start magically
Just
explain
the
to Hanger?
wounds I had before. Just the wounds I had before.
I go ahead and follow. Hey, I pass. And I kind of like crawl over these.
Is it?
Is there any way that I can aid?
Yeah, you can aid. Just
Okay.
get a +2.
Was there? Is it an acrobatics or an athletics?
Acrobatics.
Is this like it looks like a life-threatening fall?
No.
So what can I do? Just like give a hand to hold on
Yeah,
to?
so essentially, like you're like ready to catch them to
Okay.
help them over.
Do I just give him advantage?
+2.
Okay.
10
With
with his +2.
that's just what you need to pull them over. Just, oh.
You good, sir?
And we see
Can't leave you behind.
we see the
Like I
loot
said, intriguing.
holding the door open, and it's the loot's not damaged, luckily. And we see
Until-
we see
hate this.
Disintegrate
I wouldn't
the
do
loot.
that to him.
We see Hazard down in the pit.
Yeah, I lift the door, I lift his loot, and think about it for a second how easy it would be to just snap the neck of it and say, oh, sorry, you got hurt. But I set it down and...
Close the door.
How high is this?
It's only like a 10-foot drop.
Can I reach my hand up with that?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll reach down.
I could use some help, comrade. I'm trying to accentuate it.
I'm here for you. And I just reach my hand down and attempt to pull you up.
You're able, with between all of us holding the thing open, like you don't need
Okay.
to roll a check, and you just pull them up, and the door slams shut, and I assume we're all like standing outside. If knowing that the trap is there, you can see that there's like a 2-foot catwalk to go to the door, to where you would avoid the trap door.
Sure. This is just a small room then with a trapdoor in it.
It's that outer shell. So you see this outer shell here.
Yes.
So the trap was like here.
Oh, okay.
Just like this. So as he was walking up, there's just this little catwalk on the side.
Okay, I see. I was under the impression that he was leaving this room
Nope.
and going into the next room. And that's where the trapdoor
So
was.
I think that we should search for traps from now on.
I was going to do that as soon as I got over here about the trap round before I used a perception.
If you said there are...
No, I did my perception. It was just really shitty.
Oh yes.
If you said that there are kobolds abound, they're known for their traps.
They're mindless but crafty.
I wouldn't call them mindless, but they're dangerous.
Also a waste.
Yes. They count themselves among the dragon kin. And I take offense to that.
How would you like to proceed?
I think that the original plan can still take action, Hazard.
I got it this time. I got it.
I have faith in you, perhaps more than I should.
So, I am going to walk around to the door.
Yep.
And then, quietly open the door. Don't know if I need to stealth for that. There it is.
No, you're fine. The door is like a standard wood door, and it opens out. So you pull it open, and you reveal in, and it's a circular chamber.
I'm stealthy, but I'm no rogue, so I'm not no good at finding traps.
Do you have perception?
No.
I was like, I have perception, but I don't have stealth. So it's...
I have a little bit of perception and actually pretty decent stealth. I have a 3. I mean, I don't know if that's decent or not.
I have 2, but I have disadvantage because of my armor.
Revealing, the path reveals 2 doorways. They're both stone in structure. And let me read you the interior. The circular area is cobbled with granite, upon which is sprawled 4 bodies of goblins, apparently slain in combat. One corpse stands its back against the western wall, a spear that killed it, skewering it and holding it upright. 3 wooden doors lead into this area. A hollow tower of loose masonry reaches 30 feet into the air, but the inverting floors and stairs are gone, except for a couple of crumbling ledges. So this is looks like the interior of a tower that goes above you. So this is the tower you saw. So you're inside the tower. And the 3 doors are the one you just came out of, and then the 2 inside.
How fresh do the goblins look?
They've been dead for quite a while.
Okay.
Like, the rats have come and gnawed on their bodies.
Is there any way that the spear, is there any way that I can see if it's like super well made or?
That was also going to be I was just probably going to walk right over to it and pull it out of the
Fair
wall
enough.
and examine it.
Okay.
So, when I get to the door and open it, I'm going to see dead bodies, and I'm just going to kind of move over. Fuck that. There are dead bodies in there. I'm not going in by myself this time. But nothing alive that I see.
See what I mean about accidentally swearing?
Good scouting. I will
See what I mean
enter.
about accidentally swearing?
So, I step into the room. I guess before I just heedlessly walk over there, I
take the
make a
torch back.
perception.
I take the torch back from you so you can...
I will also make a perception of the room.
20.
Never mind.
There you go.
You perceive a 20.
Yes.
You see.
Looking specifically for like tripwires or like pressure plates or some
Sure.
kind of trap in this room.
You see that there is a small door here that looks like it was hidden in the wall.
I will point that out to Mr. Black, who is right behind me. The stonework over there. It's strange. Looks to be a concealed entrance behind it. I have more important things to handle now. And I step forward, remove the spear from the goblin.
Okay. As you do, as you pull the spear out, the goblin body just falls forward,
Okay.
and behind him, there's a draconic rune etched into the stonework of the tower. And does anyone have draconic as a
Yes.
language? It reads Ashardalan. Ashardalan.
Which in Draconic means...
Ashardalan.
Okay. I can read this, but I'm uncertain of its meaning. Ashardalan.
You can assume by the way it's laid out, it's a name.
That was my assumption.
It's because you're a lizard. As I'm walking towards the secret door.
Just throw my spear at you.
Uh,
I do have another spear.
Going back to the spear, it's old, it's worn, it's not really like a combat spear. It's just they threw it, skewered the goblin to the wall, and just left it.
All right, I'll just cast it to the side then.
Okay.
You said that there were 2 other goblin corpses.
3 other goblin corpses. Yep.
Do they look to be killed with spears as well?
I mean, they're all slain.
Puncture wounds?
Yeah,
I guess
puncture, slashes, whatever.
Um,
Both. I mean, it's hard to tell because their bodies have been gnawed, and like their bodies are already looted. You know, they're dead.
Yeah, I would just make my way around to each one,
Mm-hmm.
kneeling down by them and examining them.
Sure.
I haven't forgotten about the secret door. I just am more interested in this.
Okay. Did any of you guys want to check out anything in the room?
I'm walking towards the secret door. He's
Okay.
already looking at the bodies.
Right. Okay. Go ahead. What would you like to do? You're just gonna open the door?
When I get up to it, what is kind of secret door? Is it just like stone in the... Just like stone?
Yep. So the door opens.
Grab a sheet of loose paper.
Opens by the way of the masonry. That there's like a lever. So like you would crank this lever. You would assume you'd crank some sort of lever, and it would slide this door open. But this lever like really pops out to you,
Okay.
Is
I would-
there?
and you can kind of see the etchings of a door.
Knowing...
No, I'm okay.
I got a notebook if I need it. Knowing where the lever is, I'm just gonna kind of wait until he's done checking bodies then and to see what he's doing.
I am actually going to go over by the rune and do an arcana check on it to see if it's magical.
Okay.
You said it was Asharad?
Ashar Dalan.
Ashardalan. Is it 2 words?
No, it's one.
So I just look at
I
the...
just don't know how to pronounce it as one word. Ashar Dalan.
I basically just look at the stone
I'll
and I'm
text it
like,
to you.
oh,
I'll just
It's
send
rock.
it out.
I just basically look at it and say, oh, it's stone.
Yep.
And then I walk away.
Is it so? It's an etching then, right? Or is it like a glowing?
No, it's like they etched it into the carving of the tower.
Oh yeah, then it doesn't like magic things like glow or something like that. And
Not always.
heavy.
Not always.
Okay.
Seeing him trying to be a smart guy, I'm gonna walk over and try and show him up.
Oh,
Let me show you how this is really done. 12.
The stone rune looks like it says the name Ashardalan, and you can see it etched in the stone.
Right, I was just trying to see if it was magical like he was.
No, it's not magic.
So I see you looking at it, I'm like,
It's a
congratulations.
glyph of warning.
Congratulations, it's
68,
stone.
you're dead.
Why don't we go check out that lever?
Yeah, by this time, I will have made my way over to the secret door, and I'm just sort of waiting for everybody else to.
We're done looking at the floor.
Pretty much.
I see the lever then.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You pointed it out to them.
Yeah.
Is this lever.
I will ready myself for whatever may be hiding behind this secret door, and just look back to one of you to pull the lever. I won't say anything, I just ready with a snarl.
Yes? What do you want?
Pull the lever, please.
Oh! I guess I can do that. So what's Sir Benton doing?
I
there?
snarl.
He's
again.
just behind you
Frustrated.
guys.
So I walk over. As you command.
As you pull the lever, a needle comes out and pierces your hand, dealing you 1 damage.
Of course.
Ah!
I'm thinking that I see something on the ceiling.
You see what I do
It's
for
like-
you?
it's like-
And as you do, the door kind of creaks open, revealing the inside, which is just a small pocket chamber. It looks real dark and cold. I mean, it's all dark and cold, but it's like it's covered in dust. Nothing has come in here in ages. And slumped against the wall are 3 skeletons with the arrow slits that were what this was are all rubble filled. So it looks like this was just like a little outhang for archers to sit in and shoot out the tower.
Do the skeletons... Are the skeletons also covered in dust?
Yes.
Do they have armor or anything on them?
Yeah, I mean it's all age old. They've been long dead.
Do they show any like actual like puncture wounds or anything?
No, they're just dead skeletons.
Green blood. Maybe there's loot in here.
Why, if you're archers and you're waiting to fire at someone, why would you just sit here and starve to death? They don't assume that they've been killed by anything.
That is a fair point. Perhaps it's best to break up the bones. What do you think, sir?
Their corpses should be consecrated.
What kind of corpses do they look like? Human?
They're skeletons.
They're skeleton. I mean, depending on the size. Depending on the size, could give us an
I
idea.
mean, humanoid, medium humanoid skeletons.
Okay. Fair enough.
Alright,
So I'll assist you breaking
yeah.
apart
We'll
the...
delight in the destruction of these bones.
As you enter the room, all the eyes in the sockets like burn red with like pinpoint fire, and they all like snap their necks to you, and they all slowly start to crumble up and rise up.
Would you say
that's
this
an
is-
issue.
So,
Would you say this still has been in 10 minutes of the bat battle?
Not for getting you out and doing. I mean, yeah, right at the edge. He still has inspiration.
so I kind of see all this happening. I'm like, this is starting to remind me of hell.
You've been there?
We'll talk later. Oh, good.
I'm using my inspiration on initiative. I'm just seeing your initiative falls.
I don't think you can. That's the one thing you can't use.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Okay. I'm pretty sure he is 100%.
Okay. Well, I'll just take that initiative.
What do you have?
11.
I got a 5. Ifrits.
6.
Oh, jeez. Hazard.
4!
Goodness.
It's my lowest!
We're so great.
Hey, at least you rolled a 1 on initiative.
Right? My lowest was a 4. So.
The 3 skeletons march forward, and being that two of them actually march forward with their short swords, and one of them, pulls an ancient bow and starts shooting at you guys. So
How far away are these things from us?
they're just in that little
This room is just like a 5-foot square.
Oh, okay. So this...
So one just stands up and starts shooting. The other 2 like march at you. The one will shoot at Ifrits. He's gonna hit you. You take 8 damage.
Oh my god.
And
Hold on. I'm gonna use a reactionary action,
okay.
and he needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no, my poor skeleton. Of what?
13.
The dead are very dexterous.
He fails.
Undead is quite dexterous.
He takes 11 damage.
Ouch. Thank you.
You're welcome.
He is hurting. And then next in the initiative order.
So am I.
Next in the initiative order is Callan-Scale.
Okay. I...
Oh.
What do I want to do? I will...
Remember, you have a.
Okay. That's easy enough. Well, I will attack one of the ones that is walking towards me then.
Alright.
With my spear. Probably to little effect. 18 for my attack roll.
That is a hit.
All right. And for damage, 9.
Okay.
You damage one of the ones crawling towards you.
All
Not
right.
really crawling, but
Walking. Yes.
walking at a slower pace.
Briskly.
Difficult to stab where there is no flesh and muscle, so
You chip a rib bone.
targeting the center of the rib cage.
It's a good spot to aim for.
Yeah, center of the rib cage.
Next, Serpentin. Serpentin, seeing his allies in trouble, he draws his sword and charges forward. He will strike the one that you did not attack. And poor Serpentin did not hit them. He was not ready for combat. He,
Perhaps heal the caster, sir.
so we'll continue down the line. Hazard.
I will drop the torch on the ground, keeping some light for my companions up front, and I will shoot at the archer that he did the magic at, so he hopefully doesn't get another turn. 4. I rolled 14. 14 plus 17. 17.
That is a hit.
I thought you meant plus 17. I was like,
Sorry,
what level are you
19.
again?
Proficiency bonus.
That's still a hit.
Yeah.
19 missed.
Yeah.
17 is good. 19, it went right through the ribs.
14 plus 17.
For 6 damage.
He crumbles to the ground. The eyes, the jeweled eyes, go out. So his eyes are no longer glowing.
The treasure. Yeah, I thought you meant there's jewels in his eyes. I'm like, it's okay.
Next is the Warlock.
We can. I think I asked this last time, but we can fire through friendly squares.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna do my Eldritch Blast.
Your sneeze.
Exactly.
Powerful sneeze.
Well, depending on what I roll, it might be a sneeze. So. I think so. 11.
You blast, but again, the power is lost into into.
It was a warning shot. It was a warning shot.
It gives them disadvantage on their attack rolls against me.
Next, we have the two skeletons with Benton and Callan Scale in the front. They're going to attack one on each of us. Callan Scale first. That's a miss. And Sir Benton next. That is also a miss. Man, these skeletons can't roll above a 10.
I parry the strike with my shield.
Both skeletons attack, but you both in synchronization throw your shields out in both directions, throwing the skeletons off.
I like that.
We're just too cool for school, I guess.
Too shielded.
And apparently
For school.
and apparently to read a map as well.
Callan Scale.
Alright. When I throw his blade back and leave him open for attack,
Oh,
I'm
wait,
going
no.
to... I think I'm gonna...
Overhand? Just
Not like slash.
Okay, I got
Because stabbing at a skeleton doesn't make a
Yeah.
whole lot of sense. Which, I mean, spears aren't really made for it, but maybe I can break them up a little
Right,
bit.
yeah.
21 to attack.
That is a hit.
Yes, it is.
Your strike hits true.
Yes, that's really all it is. I don't want to jab at him, so I just kind of want
Just bow staff him over
Yeah.
the head, essentially. There you go.
to... 7 damage.
You crumble him.
There you go.
You crack the skull, and he loses the color in his eyes and falls dead to the ground. Seeing your example, Sir Benton, parries the blade and kind of does like another slash at him, hopefully hitting him this time. He will just barely hit him. Jeez, the old guy, he's struggling today. Not used to fighting skeletons.
Only been a clergy member my whole life.
He does some damage. Next, we have Hazard.
You're all alone, skeleton. What are you going to do? Vicious mockery will save.
I will save.
They have will.
Well, he fails, I'm guessing.
For 2 damage.
And he is disadvantaged.
Disadvantage on his next attack roll.
Very nice.
I'm going to make sure that's how it is.
Yeah,
But I'm
that
almost
is.
100% guaranteed that's what it is.
Ifrit.
I'm gonna do Eldritch Blast again on the last one there.
Is that a level 1 or is that an at will?
It's a cantrip.
Oh, wow.
That's like the Warlock.
That's
It is, but it's so strong.
Yeah.
Less than the last one.
Okay, so your party members are like, is this guy for real? Like, is he really a warlock?
He's got real cool moves, but he's just jamming lightning all over the room.
You can barely walk, old man. Don't worry about me throwing spells.
The lone skeleton will try to hit Sir Benton. He will miss because I'm changing dice. That's a 9.
Oh, don't change dice.
Change
dice with Sir Benton, but not the skeletons.
Callan's kill.
Alright, seeing Sir Benton still struggling to finish his, I will rear back and do my best to uppercut him under the chin
Yeah.
with the spear end and
There you
hopefully leave his head dangling from it as a trophy. 16 to hit.
That is a hit.
Alright, damage is 6.
And you do just that. You are able to hit his spinal cord and sever the head, leaving him spinning on top of your spear point. And the rest of the body just kind of slowly crumbles to the ground.
Is it still considered bloodlust when we're fighting skeletons, or is it like bone dust lust?
Marrow.
Yeah, marrow lust.
And that is all. What would you like to do next?
Just kind of getting my bearings, taking a deep breath. Are you alright, sir?
Oh yes, I'm fine. Here, Ifrit's here. I have something for you. He lays his hand on you and gives you 3 points of healing to help aid you.
Awesome.
Go ahead, sir.
Thank you.
I
man.
think this room looks like a nice room to take a rest in. Do you guys think not?
I would like to take a look at the room first.
Of course.
Try to see if the skeletons had anything on them and if there's anything useful in here.
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check.
Me too.
Oh, that's lovely. 11.
I will also look in the room.
I'll look in the room.
Oh, 7.
16.
Between the 3 of you, Serpentis is just kind of off by himself. He's doing a quick prayer for the bodies and the bones. You find 15 silver pieces and 1 gold piece, along with 1 arrow, which is kind of set off to the side in its own quiver.
I'm gonna just by itself in a quiver.
Yeah, so like
The quiver looks probably dingy and not useful.
it actually looks a little bit more pristine than the rest of the equipment that the
Even the
skeletons-
quiver.
Yeah, even the quiver.
Okay, then I'm just gonna grab that. This looks useful. I will. How do we see if something's magical again?
You have to attune to it. So
Oh,
during
okay.
your short rest, you can just attune to it.
While we're resting, I think I'll just admire this.
So yeah, so the attunement is like with something like an arrow would just be like inspecting it and like, you know, kind of playing with it for an hour or 10 minutes, I think. I think it's 10 minutes for an item.
I'm gonna do an Arcana check actually on the skeletons to see if I can
Look ready.
still see like if what brought them back was some sort of spell.
Okay, go ahead.
So 15.
You sense the magic of the Sunless Citadel itself brought them
Okay.
back to
So it
life.
wasn't like a specific spell, or
No, it was
It's actually the citadel itself.
it was like the it was the defenders rising for their last time to defend the Citadel.
Interesting.
Is it pretty, this whole place, I mean, obviously, aside from the darkness, is there, like, a lingering magic in the air or anything like
Yeah,
does
I
it
mean-
just,
Or like, do we feel anything
Yeah.
when we're in here?
Well, I mean, not like, you know, being level 1, you don't really have like a grasp of what, you know what magic is, you've used it, you've seen it, but you don't really have that like tingling on the back. You don't have that spider
Like
sense.
we don't like all like feel weird the entire
No.
time that we're in here. It's just
No, and there's not like a
Okay.
hanging sense of doom or magic hanging over you.
So he's Ifrit's. He's kind of inspecting the bodies and the bones, and he said, "Interesting. This wasn't brought by a spell of sorts. It was actually the citadel itself. So it seems like this entire place is magical, rather than someone inside that's doing this."
What do you know of this, sir?
I know very little of the Sunless Citadel itself, but there have been cases of magical places holding on to the essence of the magic and some strange things happening.
If it births beasts such as those, it is not a magic that I wish to know.
Agreed. It is a magic so unholy.
With that, I'll just, following Hazard's suggestion to rest and looking about the room, I'll just kind of take a seat and dress my wounds.
Okay.
Just take some time to catch my breath
Okay.
in the darkness.
So this is a good short rest. The description of the room stands
All my
as
inspiration will go away.
there's the door you came through, two other doors inside, and then the secret door. So you have two doors to go to, one to the left of the door you entered and one to the right. So after the short rest, which path would you like to follow?
I mean, it's kind of a horse piece at this point.
Either door, they're just both unremarkable doors.
They're both just standard wood doors, yeah.
I think we should go to the left.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, why not? I mean,
I'm not opposed to either, so left it is. And I will take point.
there is one thing that's kind of curious to me a little bit. If you're searching for children, is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Was there anybody else with them? Or was it just them?
No, there's said to be a holy man such as myself, holy warrior.
Didn't we deduct that these children were actually grown adults and the mother was just a worry wart?
I don't know that they're necessarily adults,
Teenagers?
but they're
They're
old
like-
enough to...
They're like young
adventure.
adulthood, so
Okay.
like 18
Yeah.
to 25. So they're essentially like you, except
Not as
They-
experienced with,
Yeah.
like
they didn't have any
adventure and
other
stuff.
worldly,
Right. I gotcha.
travels. And they were just like, oh, we're old enough now. Let's go hit up this dungeon and beat up some dudes.
It's concerning a little bit because we have not seen any sign of them, like, coming through here. Like, they didn't find this door. None of the
Well-
corpses were moved in the other rooms that we've entered.
You did find signs of them. You found the knotted rope that led down.
Right.
Ah.
But I mean, like, beyond that, like, we haven't...
I guess I hadn't put that together.
Yeah, I mean, so there have been signs. Like I've been trying to lay them for you, but like,
I just assume that because, like, we know of goblins and kobolds
Yeah,
and
so-
like, they have to have a means of getting in and out, too,
Yeah.
so...
but
Something did kill those goblins in the entryway.
That's fair.
Let's just hope that it's who we're looking for, but I don't hold much hope for that.
Which is kind of confusing and why we're still down here.
I
a little bit.
assumed kobolds, but maybe it's the people. Alas! This is a magical arrow.
yeah.
So
So
it's stronger than normal. That's about it. And I put it in my quiver with
To answer your question,
my other arrows.
Ifrits, we're down here because I told the mother that we would either bring her children back or bring her proof of their death.
Are you getting anything in return for this deed?
Yes. would not endanger ourselves for free.
That's fair. Let's move on.
Anyway, taking point, I will move through the left door.
So once inside, the masonry of this 20-foot wide hall is in poor repair. The far wall is collapsed, filling the south entire section with rubble. The western wall is in much better shape than the other walls, and it holds a stone door with a rearing dragon carved in a relief on it. The door has a single keyhole situated in the rearing dragon's mouth. So the dragon's, like the wings are up, the dragon's like, and there's like a keyhole in the mouth.
We have not found a key.
No.
Maybe it's in the rubble.
I mean, technically the key could be anywhere at this point. This whole entire place is coming down. Can any of you pick it?
I guess I'll check in the rubble, as unlikely as that seems. I will roll perception. Oh, 22? I'll just kind of set my spear down and start foraging through.
As you start misplacing some of the rocks in the area like 5 feet away, some more starts shifting and rubbling, and out of the rubble jumps a giant rat, which crits you.
Great. Do I have time, like, as the rubble is going, would I have time to quickly grab my spear and then get critted as I'm grabbing my spear?
Yeah, that's fine.
Because I had averted my gaze for a second.
I'm gonna grab my weapon, but get bit in the neck.
So the rat does 6 damage as it bites into your neck and then releases itself and prepares for combat. So let's go ahead and roll initiative quick.
Question I had forgotten to ask up until this point. Would this be considered natural terrain?
No, you're in carved stonework.
Okay, so this was made. I guess it's
Made,
made.
yeah,
That makes sense.
Or dragon made? Man-made?
Man-made.
Made? I don't know.
Man-made.
They like dragons here.
That they do. Alright, initiative. Hazard.
17.
Alright, and Sir Benton rolled a 1, so he's out of the fight.
I rolled a 1 as well, so...
And Callan's here.
Dexterity.
4. I have a 4.
Oh. Mine is 10.
Alright, we start with Hazard. You see Callan's Scale getting bit in the neck by this big rat. Another giant rat.
I'm really getting sick.
I'm gonna cash Vicious Mockery. But this time you guys aren't gonna hear anything, so I'm just gonna belt out on my lute. It just sounds like my crazy playing, but to the rat it actually hears like whispers, not good enough.
The rat
in rat language.
The rat really has low self-esteem. Like, oh man.
So yeah, rat has to make
Maybe
no
don't
sense.
force him to release me.
What's the target?
15.
He fails.
4 damage and disadvantage.
That hurts. Callan's Scale, get your rebuke.
Alright. I hold my spear javelin style and just move to stab down at him, assuming that his
Yes.
mockery
Yep, it
hits.
He's
I just jab my spear into the ground as hard as I can. Probably a good 3 feet away from the rat.
with a critical miss. You go to stab and it just like falls out of your hand through the back. Oh.
I like psych him out.
The rat will not relent and he will try to bite you again, but he has disadvantage. And a 7 on a die roll is not enough to pierce Callan Scale's armor.
Callan Scale's scale.
Armor?
Male.
You have scale mail?
Yes.
Callan Scale
top
scale.
Say that 3 times fast.
Scales on top
or
of scales.
5.
If
On top of
it's
scales.
Mm-hmm.
Let's try this again. Maybe it'll work.
You can
Do something with your energy.
When did you usually roll the die? No, I mean, not now, but like the next time you roll, actually roll it.
11.
11 is just barely not enough. AC of 12. Sir Benton, not even paying attention to you.
I'm just
kinda
as bad
watching
as the old
man.
man!
He turns around and just pulls his blade and goes to try to hit. And
How many times I'm gonna hit you?
he will just barely hit the rat. And hopefully...
What are we doing down here?
I just said that! He cleans up the rat, just putting it down, just like,
I'm gonna retrieve my spear and walk back into the circular room. I don't want to hear what you guys have to say about the disgrace I just made of myself.
Oh, poor Kalinska.
As you pass me by, just walk it off, lizard man. It's okay.
I have a feeling that there's not gonna be a bard battle about this one.
Bard ballad.
The songs will not be written about this
No.
encounter. Hey guys, remember that one time?
But no one could hit the giant rat, and it almost ripped your jugular vein out.
Yeah, that was good times.
And then you dropped your spear, and then we shot magic into the wall.
So live in infamy.
Alright, so back in the circular room.
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk into the circular room and just move to the other door and open it.
Do you have any more healing, Sir Benton, that you could...
Yeah, I'll go up to Callan Scale and give him 2 points of healing. The rest of my healing lay on hands.
Okay.
Just to kind of, while it's okay, young one. As you enter through the next door, you find yourself in a long hallway. It's about 50 feet long and 10 feet wide. And 3/4 of the way down, you see a heavy stone door with a dragon fish-like relief carved over the top. The door on the right is just a regular plain wood door, and the door straight ahead is another plain wood door.
Obviously, the dragon door would catch my eye above the others.
Sure.
Is there a discernible knob or latch or means of opening it?
Yep. In the center of the door is another keyhole.
Oh, wonderful.
All right. So I'll look back to the rest of you and say, another key.
'Tis a shame. Maybe. Key's gotta be around somewhere.
Yes.
The door to the right?
Yep. So the door to the right opens up, and it is a ruined chamber that is empty, but all litter and debris. So it's just an empty chamber that could potentially have some enemies inside.
You still have a torch, correct?
Yeah,
So
I'm always
we're-
following the torch.
Okay.
So inside, you do see some people coming at you.
Close the door! Close the door! Sorry.
You see more shifting bones as
Oh.
a crew of skeleton
We got-
rise.
No, we got 2 doors. Let's just Scooby-Doo this thing. Just...
And that's initiative.
All right.
Not sick at this time.
It's a little bit better. I actually rolled it.
Callan scale.
11.
Matthias. Hazard.
9.
And Ifrit.
That's his real name.
13.
It just does not.
Yeah, I'm like, wait, what?
What is yours? Sorry?
13.
13. Alright, we start with Sir Benton. Seeing the unholy sights, he glows with vigor and pulls his sword and charges forward. He does not like skeletons. He will hit one of them. Somehow. Being an old man, he is. And he will mini-crit. Jeez,
Probably
he's just
still.
on fire.
I'll probably still miss.
And he will just drop one of the skeletons.
Oh, what?
Oh my!
Bam! Old man grew a pair! So you have 2 skeletons left to face.
Huh.
As he just kind of grunt. He doesn't even like talk, he's just pain.
He was filled with so much holy energy he couldn't even talk. I will be good to my companions for once.
Next we have
become mumbles.
Ifrits.
Eldritch Blast. We're gonna give another shot.
You know, there's about... You can do it at least once. Just, come on. Nope.
Well, hold on. 14?
14 will hit.
Yes!
Yeah!
Oh, you're good.
7.
You hit one of them, and he is blasted with the magical engine. It just kind of ripples through his body, or the lack of body, and he still stands. Next on the line is Callan Scale.
All right. I'm going to attempt to finish the one that he had just attacked previously.
Sure.
I'm going to take a stab at his pelvic bone to try to split him in half.
Okay. I mean, like, it's not just a skeleton. You know, he's armor and things. Like, there's stuff for you to
Yeah,
hit.
right. Just that area.
He's just choosing to take stab him.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, I mean, not. It's just the regions.
I'm feeling that'll happen again at some point.
Yeah, 20.
You hit.
Alright. And 7 damage.
You hit him in the pelvic region, and his leg crumbles
The
out,
crotchal region.
and he falls to the ground.
His leg crumbles.
You crush it. You hit him
Oh,
in the
I
pelvis, and his
see.
leg
Okay.
crumbles. He's done. Next
pretty
on the
sure
line,
everybody else
we
would crumple
have
too.
Hazard.
Looking at the skeleton. Actually, whatever. I'm just gonna shoot him with a bow. I drop the torch down at our feet. I shall finish this one.
Isn't taking any damage. What do you finish? You're gonna start this one.
I will start and finish this one.
13.
That is a hit.
Yeah!
Your arrow will sink into the armor scraps that hang from his
See.
body.
Oh boy. For 4 damage.
How about that finish? Following
I didn't want to be too strong. You guys can finish my work.
following your example, he pulls his bow and shoots back at you.
No!
He will hit you, and he does a d6 plus 2 for 3 damage back.
Aha! My pen.
Mini fail, rolling a 1. Back to the top of the order, Sir Benton sees the last one. More grumbling, except except he's tired, so he just kind of like walks up, and he misses.
Blew his load the first round.
Serpentis is a one and done.
Ifrits.
Yeah!
Crit. There you go.
Making up for it.
So you just get to roll double the dice.
So I just roll it twice.
Roll
correct?
twice, so 3 plus 7, 10 plus your bonus.
13.
13. You vaporize him. He had like a the skeletal bow. He's drawing the bow. And
Yep.
so he's gone.
I will hit this one, damn it.
I've little use for walking bones. I can see you share this animosity, sir.
He just pants and
I put a hand to his shoulder and I say, "You're doing well."
you have to forgive Sir Benton. He's a little old.
Taking a gander around this room, you said this was just full of rubble. And such,
Yes,
too.
full of rubble and now bones.
I'll just kind of rummage through what I can. I'm not going to spend a ton of time, but
Sure.
I am going to look around.
I'll look with him.
9.
I imagine specifically search the skeletons.
Okay. So there's in the room itself. There's nothing conspicuous.
Sure.
It's just rubble.
Okay.
And on the skeletons, you do find 14 silver pieces.
Okay. So whoever wants to... Are you ready to in your inventory?
Alright, about that one. Yeah, because I have this other silver here from the other enemies.
Oh, okay.
14 silver, you said?
Yes.
Since otherwise you want like a scratch sheet.
I think he has a treasure section.
Oh yeah, you do.
Treasure section.
One door left to check. Who wants to open the door?
I will, of course. I've opened all the other doors thus far. Just a regular wooden door.
Just a regular wooden door.
You should look for traps first.
Fine. begrudgingly, I get an auto 20. So, that's a 24.
There is nothing strange about this door.
Okay. So, I push the door open, or pull the door open, either way.
Yep. The door opens and you see a pretty wide chamber. It's a pretty large chamber. I will draw it out for you in a second. But let me read you this. The room is covered with crudely executed symbols and glyphs, scribed in bright green dye. Decorate this large and irregularly shaped crumbling chamber. A large pit in the center shows evidence of a recent fire. There is a stakes in the ground that made a wooden cage that is just destroyed. And there's a bedroll that lies near a wooden bench, and the sound of whimpering comes from inside of it.
Inside the cage.
Inside the bedroll.
Oh.
Inside the bedroll?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hazard, can you attempt to communicate with your magic, with whatever is inside of the bedroll?
First of all, with 60 feet dark vision, can I see the bedroll?
Yeah. Yes.
Do I see anything peeking out of the bedroll, like a head or anything?
No, it's pretty much like wrapped in whatever is in there is like wrapped up.
Okay, so let me just see how message works real quick. I know like I can just kind of like talk to you guys as my comrades.
I think you can talk. Let's see.
Okay, just pointing my finger towards a creature within range.
There's not a saving throw for it, is there?
Do you have to see it though? Because isn't it technically inside the bedroll?
You don't know where it is.
That's fair.
Okay, yeah, I can just whatever. So yeah, knowing that there's a something in there.
The room is oddly shaped. There's the fire pit. The bedroll is right next to it, and then the cage is. I tried to draw stakes.
Destroyed. How big are these stakes?
Like whatever was in there was large.
Okay.
They had to keep something big in there.
Right.
So it was like large sized.
Whatever was in there
Gotcha.
would have been large.
So I point at whatever's in the bedroll, and I say, "Are you okay? Why are you crying?" At which point he can respond with something.
I am going to make an Arcana check to see if it's some sort of spell. 22.
It is not some sort of spell, but the whatever like is inside like kind of stops weeping and like shaking and kind of just lays still, and just in like a weak voice, like he just kind of like talks out in like common. He's just like, "I'm Meatball."
One of the kids.
It wasn't one of the names we were given.
Meepo?
Meepo.
Can you talk this out loud?
Well, he didn't really know how to respond to you.
Dude, I swear.
So-
I swear you said meatball.
Meatball.
Like, that's what I thought you said. I'm like, wait, oh no, okay, I gotcha.
Show yourself, Meepo.
Slowly, like the bedroll kind of like sits up. You know, it's still like hooded, and he kind of like takes it down, and out from the bedroll comes this little kobold, you know, shaking and crying, and like kind of like looking at you guys.
So it's a child?
It's not a child; it's a kobold.
Oh, I don't know if it was a child kobold or something.
No, I mean, you could make a knowledge something to see what it is.
You
but-
deal with him. I don't have time for their kind. And I'm going to go and examine the cage that was destroyed.
Sure.
All my knowledges are the same, so...
Knowledge of nature.
What?
All my knowledges are the same.
Yeah. Yep.
So... Yeah. 8.
You can tell he's not a child. He's adult.
Acting like a
don't.
child.
He's just frightened. I mean, I wouldn't really say that it.
Okay, I just got the impression of acting like a child, but frightened would make more sense now.
What?
Did you actually want to go through it?
No, I just did knowledge of nature. I don't know if that gives me anything, but it's 19.
To see what he is.
Yeah.
He's a kobold. His
I
name's
will.
Meepo.
I'll call playing
How does he sneak?
playing my lute to like, get his attention and soften him up. Why are you scared, my dear fan?
Guess you scare him away even more.
The clan's dragon. We lost it. Meepo lost it. The dragons, the wretched kobold strolled Calcrix. Stole our dragon.
Shouldn't have entrusted it to your kind in the beginning.
A dragon. And so you're hiding from this dragon.
No, I'm not hiding for. No, I lost the dragon.
Oh, so you're scared of your leadership.
But Meepo was the keeper of the dragon, and the goblins, the wretched goblins, they stole it.
And you chose a bedroll to protect you.
But I'm not worried about goblins. I'm just thinking. I'm frightened. I don't know what they're going to do.
What was in this cage?
Calcrix, that's where we kept him. You see the draconic script, that green dye that was written. It says just like the clan's dragon, just written all over in green dye.
Is there any kind of like what is the sense motive skill in this game?
Insight.
Insight.
You trapped and imprisoned a dragon
I'm gonna try and
in a cage, is what you're telling me?
Yeah, I believe whatever.
Not
I believe
only
the
a
little
cage,
actress is acting.
But a wooden cage.
Doesn't your kind worship dragons?
Yes, that's why we kept it here.
I think they're not getting the hint at the word of imprisonment.
I understand. As I said, not worth my time. Speak to him.
So we just have to get your dragon back.
Oh! Come with me. I'll take you to Eustriel.
Who's Eustriel?
Oh, Eustriel will tell you. Come.
Can I kill him now?
No, he's useful.
I think you mean useless.
We'll
Then?
see.
I start following the kobold. Not too close, but showing that I'm following him.
Sure.
I'll go last.
You're just kind of like rolling your eyes. Like,
Dragging my spear behind me.
Aren't you
click,
just
click, in a pouty mood.
I'll just walk next to him.
Okay. Meepo brings you through a couple corridors, and down, through, he like takes you through this corridor here, which I'm not gonna draw it all out, but he brings you through this door here, and then he takes like a sharp right, and then he brings you through this room with a whole bunch of columns, and at the end of the columns is like a big double door. And it's a big fancy double door, and he brings you right through. And on your way through, you see other kobolds here and there in your peripheral, but you're pretty much just following Meepo. And
So they're not showing any
Hostility.
towards us.
I mean, you're being led by a kobold, so no.
Kobolds aren't necessarily innately evil, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, they are, but they're not like.
No.
We'll grab it. Don't worry.
I need that die. It's die. Found it.
That's interesting.
Are they more mischievous than they are evil, though?
Yes. I mean, like, they're not evil in the way like they're gonna go out of their way to kill you, but they're evil in the way that they, like, if they had to choose between stealing something and paying for something, they're gonna steal it if it's in their ability.
Yeah.
And you guys were worried about trusting me.
So
Let's let this play out.
you're talking to this, and he leads you through the doors, and he bows, into this dragonborn in this room who's sitting on this short throne on the west wall, which is
It's a dragonborn?
No, a dragon throne.
I heard
Which-
Dragonborn too. Sorry.
No, it's sorry. A kobold is sitting on this dragon throne,
Oh.
which is just old masonry with a giant dragon head that like fell into this room, and it's like the dragon throne now. The portion of the altar that serves as the throne back features a carving of a rearing dragon, and a metallic key is firmly held in the jaws of the dragon. The dragon's mouth, the carving. And Eustrael just kind of, is flanked by two kobolds who look intimidating for kobold standards. And the kobold sitting in the throne, just like acknowledges Meepo and says, "Greetings."
To us.
To you. What brings you to my presence?
A mission
Gesturing
of
toward Meepo.
adventure and rewards.
I am intrigued.
We are here for 2 children and a magical apple. But we have found this little side quest here where your kin says you lost a dragon? Or it got stolen by goblins?
The goblins stole our dragon. Calcrix was stolen from us. If you return Calcrix, I shall grant you a reward.
That key behind you?
Yes, we can work out details later. Is there anything else you wish? Meepo will guide you. He will come with you.
Sure. Look back. I have myself some fans! And then I kind of belt out a short little tune.
What kind of dragon are we looking for?
He is a wormling, an ice dragon.
How did you come to be in possession of him?
We are from dragon kin. We are our kin. It was drawn to us.
That's not what I asked you. You're fooling yourselves. Show us where it is.
Unfortunately, the goblin stole him, and we are unsure of where he is.
You're strong dragon kin. Why not get it back yourselves?
There's far too many goblins. We need your aid.
Why should we help you?
That's a very good question. I thought about that myself.
We can reward you and provide you safe passage.
At a place that will never come back.
We've done well enough up until this point.
I'm gonna step forward.
Let me... I'll put a hand up as you step forward. What is our reward?
I will give you gold and passage through our parts of this carved stone, as well as tell you anything you wish to know that I can answer.
We could use some good.
You're not wrong.
She also sees like you guys eye the key, and she kind of like caresses it from sitting underneath it, and she's just like, perhaps this could be part of the trade.
It would have to be. It would be a waste of our time if it wasn't.
She just kind of like plucks it out. She's just like,
Bring me back Calcrix, and the key is yours.
Does anyone have insight in here?
Yep. No.
19 insight?
To see if she's lying.
Yeah.
I mean, she wants her dragon back. You can tell that she's willing to deal with you.
What
She's
do you
not just yanking your chain.
plan to
Okay.
do with the dragon when you get him back?
What we have been doing with him. We worship him.
And he is worshipped with food,
Food, sacrifice,
treasure.
treasure. We treat him well. The goblins, they must pay.
You're not wrong. Goblins have no respect for them. I agree on one condition. Calcrix must wish to return. On his own accord. If he is not mistreated, as you say that he isn't, he should have no problem coming back to you.
Then he shall return, and you shall see it.
If you're sure. That's good enough for me. Meepo. You can lead us if no one has further questions.
Sir Benton kind of like steps up, just like, what about the children?
We'll find them eventually. We have no idea where they may be.
Have you seen them?
What are their names?
I whispered to you. What are their names again? You haven't told me yet. So.
Oh, I don't know if their names are important. It's two children.
Well,
I mean, children is a loose. I mean, they're like young adults.
Two,
Right.
if two.
if these kobolds speak common though, maybe I'll speak to them.
Yes, they went to fight the goblins. They have not returned.
Oh, great.
Well,
Has
they're
you made a
dead.
similar deal with them?
They only wished to fight goblins. We still had Calcrix. We worshipped him.
Well, they're dead.
Most likely. Seems our adventure leads us towards them.
As you say, well, they're dead. I just give a nice dingy tune.
We're not here to rescue them. We're here to determine their fate. And that we can do.
Hearing you guys talk about this, Sir Benton is just does like a small prayer, just like, please bless their souls, guide them to the light.
Us?
No,
Oh.
I mean,
And I love how they're sending us 5 when they have like a whole room of kobolds and there's too many goblins for them.
They're weak.
well, kobolds are small. Like kobolds and goblins, like they're evenly matched, but goblins are like ruthless, versus kobolds are just like tricksters.
They're scared. Yeah.
Yeah.
They would rather hide and let their traps
Yeah.
take care of
Trapped dragons?
somehow.
I still don't know if I believe that.
Well, with Yusdrael's blessing and Meepo to guide you, it looks like this is a good spot for our adventure to come to a close for tonight. Thanks again for watching. If you liked our video, go ahead and like and subscribe down below. Check out our channel for other videos. This is video number 2 of our Tales of the Yawning Portal, so go ahead and check out number 1 if you missed it. And we will see you at the table.